Haha! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Casual AF, the gaming stream so casual. I This is probably the third time that I've actually turned on a video game, and we're gonna play it. It's gonna be boring AF. I have an enormous space game, flight simulator. There's now a first-person mode with the new DLC. New DLC. It came out like a year ago. These boys bought it because it was on for cheap, and I am going to do the laziest, most casual thing you can do. We go on space trucking. I'm just gonna pick stuff up and haul it 100 light years away.
Now Reaper says also the Elite Dangerous ship looks like a salvage ship from EVE Online. He's shitting on your ship, man. Maybe he's just making a comparison.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
And Pox Toxic says on time and fresh AF.
Nice. Welcome, everyone. Check out my cockpit.
It's a nice looking cockpit you got there. Where's your fuzzy dice?
Oh, so you can actually get like dashboard stuff.
Yeah, you got to get a fuzzy dice or a little hula lady.
They have them all. Now the thing is, it's kind of dumb. You do have to like purchase them with. There's in-game money you can buy with real money.
Yeah,
and it's really terrible.
Can you earn in-game money though? Can you earn it like from doing missions and shit?
Sort of. I think you earn it more from like logging in, so regular logins and starting.
Oh, okay. So they have two currency types. They've got the credits, and then they've got the what do you call it? The microtransaction.
Yeah. So here's my credit balance right now, just over 2 million, 2.1 million.
See, what they should allow you to do, and all games should do this, they should allow you to convert your in-game currency into the store currency.
I don't even know if you can't. I just haven't really looked too much into it.
Okay.
And you do get this currency, like 836 arcs, right? Yeah. As you play, but it's very slow. And then like you realize if you want to like write your name on your ship, it's like you got to spend 10,000 arcs.
That's crazy.
Some people will throw the $5 down to get thousands of arcs, right? And I mean, I'm not there yet.
We got a couple of comments. I'll get to them right now. So Nano Reaper says Grotech. Sorry, folks, I can't bring them up for visual purposes because I'm not in control of the stream. We got Grotrek and Felix are greater than just Grotrek. Next 6 minutes says nice hat, Irv. Hey, Craig, Reaper, and Pox. And then Pox says fuzzy dice gang. Hi, Trinity.
Yeah, so like I said, I said before we went live, I got my flannel, I got my cap. We're going space trucking. This is
nice.
This is going to be great.
Oh, is that a Make America Great Again trucker cap or the other traditional red cap? Yeah, I'm just wondering if it had the mesh on the back or if it was like
no mesh, but close enough, right?
There you go. Speaking of which, inauguration coming Monday. I have the day off. I might live stream. I still haven't decided yet whether I'm going to.
Do it. Yeah, I'll be back by the afternoon.
I think it starts at noon.
Oof. Okay, I won't be back that early. Got to go to the gym.
And they're doing it inside this time.
Yeah. I mean, people are talking about, oh, look how he's afraid of the cold. Oh, they're afraid he's not going to have numbers. He's been shot at twice. That's why they're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, and with fucking all these drones flying around and nobody seems to be able to fucking bring them down. Nobody seems to care that they're just flying around constantly. Yeah, probably a good idea that he be indoors. Although I have a conspiracy worry. So normally the former presidents and their spouses, I believe, join for an inaugural lunch after inauguration or just before inauguration. Well, none of the former living presidents, of course, the dead ones aren't coming either, but none of the former presidents are coming to the inaugural lunch. And part of me is thinking they know something's up. Here's my conspiracy theory. They're going to poison the president with an undetectable, slow-acting poison so that his health degrades over the next 30 days, and then people will just say, "Oh, it's because of his advanced age," and then they're going to try and 25th Amendment him or Article 25 in him.
Hmm.
But then they get JD Vance. But I have a feeling JD Vance is more easily manipulated, so he could be manipulated away from the MAGA agenda.
Especially if they successfully murder the president in front of him.
That's right.
Yeah. So
we got a couple more. Nana Reaper says, "Yes, Irving, I am rereading the Slayer Warhammer series. Also, the wind chill is below zero communist measurement." And no, the Dem was just voted for Biden, and you're getting a little echo, boys. That's probably, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You're using a different mic this time.
yeah, I can only plug in 2 devices to my computer. I only have extension cords for 2, so I had to unplug my regular microphone. So it's the native camera mic. So sorry about that. Unless, of course, what you're hearing is the background echo of the announcements in the space station. That you may be hearing, yeah, the PA of the lady talking, saying, you know, engineers to wherever, stuff like that.
I heard myself echo a little bit too, though, but it might be because
Oh.
I got too close to my mic. So,
okay, but you boys, you haven't played it yet. Pox, I don't know how much he played. I was trying to impress on you, like, how big this game is, right? I want to give you an idea here. Let's go to navigation.
you're in the Strauss market right now?
Apparently. Okay, I want to open the galaxy map. Right. So, yeah, this is the area sector, right? And as I zoom out here, you can see all the nearby stars, right? Zoom out a little farther. I'm not mistaken. You guys would start here-ish.
Okay.
Okay. But as we zoom out, we're looking at this local cluster. So this is the inner Orion spur of our actual galaxy.
Okay. This is the Milky Way.
This is the Milky Way. This whole thing is technically accessible. And down here in the middle
Sagittarius
is Sagittarius A. This is the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy.
Look at how dense the stars are there. Holy shit.
You see that they exist, right? Now, okay. People do go to Sagittarius A. But having started from out here, jumping star to star to star to star, if you were to play about an hour a day, it takes most people months to get to Sagittarius A, because even if you pick it, select it, you can't plot a route directly. It's too many stars in between.
Yeah.
So the way this works, right? There are stars all over. There's technically, 100 billion stars.
Yeah,
they don't all exist simultaneously because players have never been there. But once you go to a new star, if you're the first player to go to a place, it will procedurally generate that solar system for you.
Cool.
And your name gets labeled on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so the next person who goes to that solar system sees it as your name.
Yeah, discovered by. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Barnard's Loop. There's all kinds
of. What's that little red smear there? Is that just like a what do you call it, a nebula or whatever?
Yeah, that's Barnard's Loop, the Orion Nebula over here, the Witch Head Nebula.
Where's the
California Nebula? It's everything that we know of our galaxy is sort of in here.
Have you gone to the Horsehead Nebula yet?
No, I think it's
there. The Horsehead Nebula was cool because it looked like a horse.
Oh, that's Coalsack. Okay, I'm not even I wouldn't even know up from down, north, south, east, west. Where's the Horsehead Nebula? I have no idea. I don't even know if that's actually in our solar or in our galaxy.
Got a couple more comments. Pock says, haven't even ran it once, got sucked back into No Man's Sky. Yeah, I agree with you, Pox. No Man's Sky is such a time sink, man. You get sucked into it really easy. Still not as big as EVE Online, says Nano. Since my biggest ship loss worth 775K USD in real world money, if converted, the fit prices is in-game money to USD. Wow. The red smear is where Tim Walsh dragged his ass on the ground. Oh, shit.
But no. Okay, so no. Eve Online is not 1/100th of 1% the size of this potentially. And I say potentially because yes, most of it doesn't actually exist because no one's ever been there. But it's there, like it's available, and you can plot your way to all kinds of places. You can go to the outer rim of our known galaxy, right? Or go to the center. Whatever it is you mean to do.
So where are you headed to? You said you have
No idea.
Well, you gotta get a job. Somebody's got to give you some shit to take somewhere.
Yeah. So like you have different online like heads up displays. This is like your navigation center. This side. Now, if you're playing this in VR, you literally just turn your head, and the
opens it
hollow
up.
screen pops up. Yeah.
What's that hollow me? What's hollow me? What does that mean?
Literally hollow you. So it's like your how you're dressed and how you appear.
Show how your dude's dressed.
Because at this point in the game, now with Odyssey, there is a first person, like it's not just a rover. You can get out on foot with a gun and go running around a planet. Yeah.
Can you play in third person as well?
No.
Okay. You kind of look like babyface Jensen Ackles.
I had changed my helmet before.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, helmet always on, but I thought I had changed my helmet. What the hell?
He says, yeah, but Nano says, yeah, but EVE Online has had 20K on 20K PvP fleet fights. Wow.
Yeah. So in that sense, it's larger in terms of like players, but like potentially the size of the game and the universe.
Yeah.
It's literally the size of our galaxy.
Next 6 minutes says, I want someone to develop a GameStop simulator. Where you work at GameStop or you're a customer at GameStop?
No, you work there, like gas station simulator and fucking farm simulator and goat simulator.
Hey, I was just had an idea. I'm hearing a bit of the echo too, and I don't know how discombobulating it is to the audience. Do you have a headset you can plug in?
I don't. Yeah. Now, who's echoing? Is it you, or is it me, or is it both?
I'm hearing me echo out of your computer because you're using an onboard mic and you're hearing me through your computer speakers, right? So.
Yeah, I'm trying to correct that. Just turn it down a little bit. Maybe that'll help.
Nano says he looks a little bit like spaceman scumbag Steve, but at least Irving didn't make a big titty female character to get the male character to give him free stuff. Six says he doesn't really notice it. I notice a little bit, but it might not be that bad. But Six mentioned it, so I thought I better let him know.
Oh, what the fuck? There are no missions available.
What?
This place is on lockdown, though.
Why is it on lockdown?
They could be at war, could be raiders. So that's all right. I'll just have to fly blind. I've got full fuel and plenty of credits. I'll be able to get us somewhere. First things first, let's just get us out of the hangar. Off planet.
Is it lifting you up or dropping you off? Looks like it's lifting you up.
Yep, pushing to the surface. It's just auto launching. Now let me see. Did my controls all stick? They did. Wicked.
So you customized your controls to work the way you like it to work. Is that the idea?
Yeah. So mouse and keyboard will work. I don't have a, what do you call that? Joystick.
Joystick? Yeah.
A hot ass. But I do set up my controller to plug in. That's why I had to unplug the microphone.
Got it.
But yeah,
Hey, so
okay.
those things on the radar there, are they other ships that are like following you or getting close to you or something?
Not following me, but that is a busy platform.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, other players could be there. It could be space cops, right? All space cops are bastards. Don't forget. Right.
Yes. ASCAB. ASCAB. Don't forget the ammo. Do you have ammo for your guns?
So no, I'm a trucker, not a fighter.
So you have no guns on your ship?
I'm sure it has them. I'd rather escape than fight, right?
Fair
Because
enough.
this is a very small, agile ship.
That's how I play No Man's Sky. I will avoid conflict at all costs. For me, it's about discovering shit and, trying to find a place to make my home.
No. The ship is my home. I'm a space trucker.
Nano says you need a HOTAS and rudder paddles with a VR.
Yeah. So I do want one. The thing is, there's some guy started pulling the guts out of old decommissioned A10 Warthogs
Oh yeah,
and then repurposing them for computers. So you can actually, for $1,500, buy the whole kit and caboodle of actual old A10 Warthog things that plug into your computer to play your flight simulator game.
that's funny.
Wild. Okay, so
you're just moving at regular like impulse drive right now. You're not going.
So the frame shift drive is cool, right? There's regular thrust, which we were at on Planet, but now we're into what's called Super Cruise. We're moving at about what is that, 6 megameters per second and climbing.
Okay, that's a 6 million meters. Okay,
megameters. So yeah, like 15,000 meters per second. And now we're at a percentage, about 15% light speed, slowly climbing, slowly climbing. Is there anything cool to look at around here? No, this is like way out in the fucking boonies of this fucking system.
just stars. Looks like there's something off to your right there. Is that just like a nebula, or is that no, a little back?
Oh, yeah.
No, back towards the front.
This one?
No, back to the front.
Where?
Right ahead. Look right ahead.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it looks like a little smear on the right side, like a tiny little smear. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I just thought maybe it was like a asteroid or something.
No, things are
a bit of that cloud.
Yeah, like this here.
Yeah, right? It's probably just a bit of the cloud then. Okay.
Yeah.
Nano says, yeah, Canada will say that a gaming PC has too much carbon footprint, so you can't have a gaming PC. Yes, we're almost there. I'm sure we are. Who do you like for the Liberal leadership race there, Mr. Twin?
I don't.
Who do you think is going to get it?
Carney.
I think so too. I think everything else is just kabuki theater. Like, did you see Karina Gould's little walking through a suburban neighborhood video where she announced her candidacy for the Liberal leader?
I didn't. I told you I wasn't even kidding. I'm really like not bothering to follow.
Oh, that's right. You're too busy with Jim.
I think I figured out what's wrong.
Yeah.
It like 2025 to me should be the future.
Yeah.
Right, but there are no flying cars. A third of the population doesn't live off planet. We don't even have a cool Blade Runner type cyberpunk dystopia. We have like mass migration and fucking social media induced rash of teen suicide cyberpunk dystopia. Even our pandemic wasn't zombies; it was just bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
What a stupid future. I don't. I'm
You
out.
know what though? Here's the silver lining to that. Okay, they're pushing for global communism, and if it had been something they tried to realize when technology was at that future level, it might have been impossible to stop. But now it's easy to stop because people are like, "Yeah, it's bullshit." One, we remember communism. Too many people, still know about communism in former communist countries. And two, they didn't count on billions of people being connected via the internet and bypassing the propaganda machine. So, and they're too slow to pick it up. So I think global communism is going to fail. But here's the thing: I think this proroguing of government, this liberal leadership race, Mark Carney becoming the next quasi prime minister. He won't be a real prime minister; he'll be a quasi prime minister. Um, that is, and this whole like, we're all standing together against Donald Trump, except for Danielle Smith and Pierre Poilievre. Uh, Here's their plan. They're going to use the tariffs and this economic warfare with the United States. They're going to use it as an excuse to further degrade the country and just blame it on Trump. It's all Trump's fault. It's all America's fault. That's why you guys can't have nice things. That's why you have to live in 15-minute cities. That's why you can't fucking heat your house for 24 hours a day. You have to turn it off for 6 hours at a time. If Biden won, Drake would be prime minister by 2030. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's all, and they're pissed at Danielle Smith because she's like, fuck that. You guys have been trying to destroy this province and just basically bleed it dry for decades now. I'm going to go negotiate on behalf of Albertans. And I'm like, kudos to you. Because, like, here's the thing. She, like Kevin O'Leary, like the other people who have gone and sort of like kissed the ring of Donald Trump, so to speak, they're like, okay, this fucker's won. This is the new paradigm, and we all better get on board. But you've got the Liberal Party and, Doug Ford in Toronto saying, won't admit that the fact that their fucking worldview is lost, or they know it's lost, and they're like, well, we're just going to try and get as rich as we can on the way down. While our country crumbles to fucking dust, we're going to try and get as rich as we can until it happens. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And here's me jumping to thousands of times light speed. You ready?
Yep, do it.
Just charge up that frame shift drive. I'm already doing like 60 times light speed. This is crazy.
Dan Reaper says, loot the treasury on the way out. That's exactly what they're going to do. Did you know that Trudeau just gave another 44 million to Ukraine? He's not even officially, like, he's a lame duck prime minister.
Mm.
There's no parliament right now, and he's just handing out fucking money.
Giving our money away. Yeah.
Nano says, so could I run this? Oh, wow, you're right at the start. Could I run this on my PC Core i9 14900 24 core processor, 64 gigabytes DDRS RAM, 4 terabyte NVMe SSD, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090? I don't know, man. Look up the specs for the game. Look up the requirements for the game. I have no idea.
Absolutely. All you had to say was RTX 4090.
Sounds like I'm talking to a Corvax in No Man's Sky.
24 cores plenty. I'm running 64 core. But also twin 2080s from 4 years ago now, 5 years ago maybe. Right? So I could probably replace them both with one 4090. So yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, so haha. So yeah, you jump start a star, right? And then once you're in the system, you can navigate it.
Do you know how many planets are in this star system?
Let's check. So we have a lot of unexplored and unidentified signals. Oh, and there's a space station there.
Oh, you should go to the
symbol tells you Cerneda works. There's a lot of military here. Compromised navigation beacon. That's weird. That's why they're up at medium security. There's a lot of little details you start to pay attention to when you've been playing for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm still like well a noob at this, right? But I figure I have no mission.
I saw a place called Gandu. Does that mean it's?
So that's actually the next star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like these places are like 1,200 light seconds, 1,700 light seconds, and then you go down to the star 3.8.
Oh, light years. I see. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm just looking for something to pick up, and I've got a lot of fuel. Plus, I have all noobs. First thing you can do, install a fuel scoop. Okay, it'll save your life. Swear to God. Sometimes
does it just pull like stray hydrogen out of space and like
out of stars. You have to be near the star. So you also need a ship that's tough enough to handle the heat because your temperature starts to go up and it will melt your ship.
So that's one of the technology like theories that I heard about, and I'm like, when people talk about, oh, we don't have enough fuel to get to Mars or whatever. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's deep space where you find this, but apparently there's just hydrogen floating around in space. And if you had a ramjet that could scoop it up, you could use it to power your vehicle.
Sure, but the loose hydrogen is so few and far between that you need to go where it's been collected, which is typically around a star. Right? Like basically the star has an atmosphere of hydrogen that's unburned.
Right.
Right. So yeah, like the first ship I had like a class 1 fuel scoop on this tiny piece of shit ship, and it wouldn't scoop enough fuel before I was hitting well over 120% temperature and nearly melting my fucking self. It's like, okay, we got to work on that. Oh, I've overshot it. Overshot it a lot. That's okay.
Brakes.
Yep.
Nano says, yeah, I bought mine off the Self and upgraded the car to a 4090 from a 4060 Ti. I use mine more for more seafloor mapping, scan rendering than actual gaming. And he says use a fuel scoop for free fuel, so he's agreeing with you there. Pox wants to know, what's the biggest starter hauler you can get? I want to be Han Solo.
Okay, so to start, you can't get much. You have to run some missions with like a cap of maybe, if you're lucky, 20 to 32 units in your inventory. But what I did was I was like, oh, wait a minute. Instead of getting a full load and going 15 light years away, I was like, I'm going to take these 2 items, 140 light years, and they're going to pay me 1 million credits. So I started doing.
Is that a planet you're passing right now with a moon?
I believe there is a planet there, yes.
And that yellow ring, I guess, is the trajectory of the moon that orbits it?
So it's the trajectory of the space station here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
Let me see if I can get us a better. Yeah. That's what's great about this ship.
What are those little icons on that planet? Those little orange icons?
It's stuff. Yeah, like places to land, maybe.
Oh, cool. You overshot it
again because I was looking at the planet. Come on, guys. You're making me look like a terrible pilot.
You're a terrible pilot.
I'm a fantastic pilot. Now, the thing is, it may be dangerous for me to try to go there. So we're going to drop out of light speed to thrust speed here, right? So what, we're about just under 8 kilometers out. Gonna have to contact them, right? You have to request docking permission, and we got it. And then I have the hands-free computer auto docking.
That's good, because some people who wants to do that.
Sometimes I like to, depending on the situation. And some people, when you're doing deep space exploration, they remove everything that's absolutely unnecessary so they can put on more life-saving equipment and stuff like that, and like ship repairing equipment.
Yeah. See, I turn on the auto dock and take the time to get up and go take a shit and maybe shave before I get on the station, because you don't know, there might be a bar there and you might meet some hot alien broad with 3 titties.
So actually, now there is a disembark option on a lot of these, and sometimes you can go walking around. But I'm not going to do any of that, even though I just picked up the DLC that allows it. I'm just space trucking.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
why walk around if you don't have to, right? Maybe you want to walk around because there's a bar that
there is actually on some of the
you can't get
bigger.
in there through the tunnels, so you have to walk out on the bar, and that's where the big 3 titty alien chick is. Next 6 minutes says melted ship can stain your clothes. You'll need a good detergent. Herb.
Mm.
Nano says also there are lakes of liquid methane on Titan. That is why the farts of the Grey Knights really stink.
Okay, transpo missions. First off, I've absolutely, for some reason, forgotten what my actual inventory capacity is here. And of course, I went past it.
Right now, your info is empty. Inventory is empty though, so you should have.
Yes,
room.
but I have 36 slots that I can fill. So as I'm, yeah, for 24 units, 195 light years for 700,000 credits. That's not terrible. What else we got here?
A couple of courier jobs. 23,000 units to carry like one thing. Now, you probably want to plan it so that it's on your way, right?
Yeah, sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can't.
So look, there's 2 jobs available at Bratises. So you can do the courier job and deliver 2 units of rutile and get paid
Sure.
just over 50,000.
Or I can take this one thing for 710. It's just a much longer trip, right? Which
What's
is
this?
what I've been doing.
195 light years versus 10.32.
Yeah. So but that's what I've been doing is these long hauls, right? Just grab something. Also, you have to watch the color.
Yeah.
Green, a little yellowish, red. These guys will try to kill you. They will desperately try to kill you for this courier job, right? So you've got to be.
You don't want to do fighting. But
Yeah.
let me ask you this though: is Bratises on the way to that other place? The fucking
Bratislava? Okay, let's take a look here. We can check the galaxy map. Yeah, so 195 light years. Why did you stop letting me zoom? And let's see, Bratislava. Yeah, show me. I mean, technically, no, it's the exact opposite direction, but did you see how far that thing pulled us across the
galaxy? Yeah. Well, wait, if something's 195 and it looked like it was pretty close, why is this one that's only 10 something look so damn far away?
Oh, no, so this is where I am.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Here. Right? And it's, if it would let me.
The other one that you were going to is like way the hell over there.
Way over here, yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
do what you want, man. It's your job.
Yeah,
you're the one who's going to get paid.
Yeah, so this is the target. Where are we?
Down there.
We're here, and Bratislava is like right next door.
Yeah. It's also
why?
700,000 just to go there. So
I know, and that's what I do. I do space trucking. That was my plan. I'm just going to do long haul space trucking. Yeah, nothing else for in the realm of 700,000 or more.
Where is it now? Is the job gone? It looks like the job went away.
Oh no, there's lots of jobs. I'm scrolling through them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so slightly more money for slightly less distance.
Logic.
Yeah.
Threat level 4.
That seems not terrible. Right? The thing I worry about is when the mission actually has a skull and crossbones in there, a little red skull and crossbones.
So when they say they'll kill you, the people you're delivering to are going to kill you when you deliver it?
No, someone will try to get you en route.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and I'm wondering though, like, I'm not sure. So when you're moving at super cruise, they can't hit you with their weapons, right? The weapons don't fire as fast as light speed. So they have to use an interdictor to pull you out of hyperspace
Hyperspeed. Yeah,
and then attack you. Now, I'm quite good at evading that, but sometimes you're doing missions where it's like you actually have to run back and forth
yeah.
because they take 3,000 units to this place.
Oh, wow.
And you're doing like with a big ship, you can haul maybe 300 at a time. So you've got to make 10 trips. And
Nano says, Nano says you need to disembark to help sell the game. And so Irving is an Indian trucker rolling on the 401. Yeah, he's gonna crash into a hockey team. So can you form like space crops to play with your friends? Speaking of
space
space, the Houston Rockets are second in the West. How does that happen? And Nano says, I have no idea. I don't follow basketball.
by crops, do you mean core? Is that a typo of core?
Maybe he
Like
means core, yeah.
because yes, you can work that out, and if you get a ship that's big enough, you do have like a turret weapon where one of your buddies can be on the turret, another one jumps into the fighter hangar and flies out the back, so you have the massive ship firing at the other ship, and the fighter is spinning around like that. It could be pretty cool.
You can, and
But
then you can say down the tube, I got him. Great kid, don't get cocky.
yeah, exactly. Um, so we're gonna plot a route, and the route plotted. Where does it tell me up here? 23 jumps.
What are you doing?
Now I've got a fairly big fuel cell and a fuel scoop, so I shouldn't have to stop anywhere to grab fuel. That's something that happens to noobs from time to time. You don't check your fuel gauge, and then you realize you can't jump, and you're in an abandoned system. Are you making alien noises?
No, my dog's playing with a toy.
Oh,
Don't be barking, dude. Shut up. 6 says space cabbages must be hella valuable.
space crops, space cabbage. Yeah, like for wow, the fine on failure is enormous. That's ridiculous. 982,000 credits to fail this. I'll be fine. I'm not going to fail it.
Okay. Pox wants me to read this in Donald Trump's voice. I don't do a great Donald Trump, but I'll try. People are reading the Necronomicon. They can't do that. It says on the first page not to read the book. It contains an ancient evil, and they aren't listening. Eat the cornbread, boy. It's good for you. Plot the route to avoid all the space pirates. Is that little green spinny thing? Was that like a space billboard?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Can't see it now. I think you passed it.
No, yeah. Wait till we get to a big ass starport. You're gonna love that.
Ariata sector. Isn't that where you are? Ariata sector? Oh, that's where you were.
Oh, I mean, all the stars here are Arietta sector, and it's star UEGB52 or whatever, and a lot of them are uninhabited, right? So you've got to be. Yeah. So right now we're at 247. I don't even know what regular thrust speeds mean, but we're about to jump just straight to light speed or thousands of times light speed.
Yeah.
It's wild. I love the jump. But the point for me has always been to eventually save up enough cash to get a really cool big ass ship that can fly me to Sagittarius A, right? Or somewhere else even. I don't even know. But I'd want to go deep space exploring, where no man has gone before type thing.
What does it sound like going through hyperspace? You'd have the game audio down, I guess.
Oh, it's like, I don't know.
Like spaceship noises.
Yeah.
Nana wants to know: can you build player-owned stations?
No, so it doesn't have that as far as I know. But again, I haven't gotten into the new DLC. I haven't really even read about it. I just got it because it was there, and maybe that's where the new ships came from too.
Yeah,
Because the ship that's on the thumbnail, that's the new ship I want, right? So,
yeah.
see, now I'm
Pox also
pretty
says
sure.
explore the big starport. I'm probably giving this a shot here in a bit. So he's planning on hopping on.
Yeah, so like you can see as I'm fueling up here, my heat is going up,
Yeah,
right? 68%, 70, and yeah, I got most of my fuel back from the last jump. So
that's all right.
yeah, a fuel scoop can save your life. Uh, Real important. And you also gotta make sure your temperature goes down before you jump to light speed. Because if you're too close to the star, when you're jumping to light speed, your mass is increasing dramatically, and the star is pulling harder and harder on you. So it's literally like ripping you apart, and your ship just heats up beyond belief. Like we were at 39%, we're up to 54,
Yeah,
and that's at a safe distance from the star. Like there's all kinds of little shit here that you got to be careful about.
yeah. So when you're in hyperspace, you're not actually moving through real space.
This year, no. Yeah.
I was gonna say, couldn't you use your fuel scoop as you're going through hyperspace and pick up whatever stray hydrogen you find
See, but it would
floating
be
along
like
the way?
it would be one atom at a time every few minutes. Like there's it's everywhere, but space is enormous and empty.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Okay,
that. I
so
don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what space is like. I've never been there, but I don't know how sparse hydrogen is in the universe. I mean, obviously, it's going to be concentrated around stars, but my guess is there's just shit floating around, and it might be an atom every 50 kilometers, but maybe it's less. Maybe the range is less. Maybe it's a few atoms clustered together, but not
sure, but you need
clustered enough to make anything, an actual element, like an actual
no,
molecule,
yeah,
right?
that's what I mean is you need billions of those atoms to make a single like ounce of fuel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
now see here's the thing about the frame shift drive because it's literally shifting your frame of reference.
Right.
Right? So we're in super cruise now, not regular thrust. We're moving 30 kilometers per second at the surface of the star. Look at that flare. That flare is wild, eh? At 30 kilometers per second, in this frame of reference, we're effectively stopped. I will
Yeah.
never reach that star. I could go to bed and wake up tomorrow and it would be right here. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. Pox asks permadeath, by the way. So if you die in this, you're dead.
No. So you have to you die and your ship is destroyed and lost, and then you have to pay the insurance to get your ship back. So you better have enough credits.
But why would
Uh,
you? You're dead.
well, you're dead game terms, which means someone comes to rescue you at some point and then
Oh,
pays,
so you're floating out in space, and your suit automatically puts out a beacon, and someone finds you.
yeah. So guys, I've never actually seen a star solar flare like this before. This is fucking wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A coronal mass ejection.
Yeah, I bet
Nano
if I
says
fly
most
through that, I
sci-fi
die.
settings. Nano
What?
says most sci-fi settings put hyperspace in a slightly out of phase with real space. We should start a company in game called the Twin Toxic Long Haul.
Let's
Do it.
do it. Yeah, Pox, you got to get good at combat so you can be in the hangar bay because that's my plan is to get the big old ship, install the hangar bay, right? Maybe two if if Craig or CMAC starts to get good at it.
Where's CMAC tonight? She's not even watching tonight. Fly into the solar ejaculate, he says. No, that'll destroy your ship.
No, no, I bet that would have destroyed me. That's very scary. Some like once you get the hang of it, it starts to seem pretty easy, but there are ways it is very unforgiving, right? Like if you super cruise too close to the star's mass will pull you out of super cruise and then you're mass locked. You can't jump back into super cruise, so you could be flying at regular thrust for like 30 minutes, just to get away from the star.
Six asks, I wonder if you can make sauerkraut from space cabbage, or would the radiation kill off all the probiotics? No, it caused them to super multiply. Plus, if there might be a problem if you're using space vinegar as well, or space salt. That's how you make sauerkraut, right? You just put a bunch of salt on a bunch of cabbage, turns it into sauerkraut.
You pickle it.
I'll have to see how combat handles. I'm gonna run and grab some water. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
All right, and I'll talk more about how awesome I love this game.
Okay.
As casual as I play it.
All right, sounds good. Oh, my foot's asleep. Shit.
I love that he's walking back into his down his bridge and out with his background. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I didn't
Oh man.
Vacuum. I'm sorry, I meant to.
Just cruising past the star. Yep, just casually cruising at 13% light speed. Temperature still high. I'm not going to jump yet. Temperature's low enough. Let's hit the frame shift drive. It's still like 20 more jumps, guys. This is how I play this game. Is this put on the flannel, put on the cap, and long haul truck around the galaxy. I hope the next place has a big port, because they're cool. They also have shipyards, so then we can start looking at some of the other ships I can't afford. That'll be fun. Yeah, because you can play this game as a pirate or a raider or a space trucker or even like a marine, where you could be focusing on going somewhere and disembarking and playing as a first-person shooter. There are ships specifically designed to put passenger compartments in, so you can take people on tours through the galaxy and get paid. It is so weird. And yeah, I just like, for these visuals, I just love watching this. I could watch this all day. But yeah, if we want to be like a crew, Pox, then I'd like to be like the main pilot. Someone needs to be my Chewbacca. Yeah, because there are contacts you can make, like an engineer that we can give boosts to your ship and stuff. And I wonder if a player could actually be one. Now you can tell from the size of this ship and the size of this cockpit, this is not a large enough ship to have a crew. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Just like 19 more jumps, and we'll look at some new cool ships. I'd like to accidentally run into like a neutron star, because they are so fucking cool. They're actually really difficult to navigate the system because the neutron star's gravity is so dense. Like, yeah, it just throws it. But if you line it up right, you can get like 10 times your jump range out of it for some reason, which is neat. Type 8 transport, here we come. Balls. Connection error mid-jump. That ain't right. I wonder where it's going to drop me. Come on now. There we go. This will take a minute. We could hear Craig singing in the background or something. But yeah, that's what my actual ship looks like right now. The Diamondback Explorer. You get to name your ship too. I've named mine the Rattle and Bones. Still thinking of a good name for my Type 8 when I get it.
Huh? I know, I just put away the beer bar now. I took the clothes away a minute ago. Yeah,
Greg, hear you.
Yeah, I know. You smell my pepperettes. I know.
We can hear you, Craig.
I got nothing in my hand.
That's the only problem with this game. We could hear you, Craig. We could hear you almost the whole time.
Could you really? No, I was downstairs. You couldn't hear me.
No, I was putting the clothes away. He saw my pepperettes. I know.
You heard me say that shit?
Yeah.
That's funny.
The load screens. The loading time is sometimes very long. One minor setback, but typically once you're in there, like I got booted and had the connection error or something, and now I'm loading back in. But that should be it for the night. Usually, you don't get kicked more than once.
Pox is naming his ship the SS Mighty Tighty Whitey. He says, "We smuggling plums, boy." Nano says, "Also, still kind of miffed I can't play my Lizardman Warhammer army." Cityscape 3 says, "Well, that looks cool. Is it PvP?" Yes, there is PvP in this, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, this is open play. There are griefers. There are people that will spend an hour and a half going somewhere just to wait for you to get there and shoot you down. Like, they're terrible. I've managed to avoid them. Oh my god! I just said this
it looks like a shuttlecraft from the Star Trek Enterprise.
Actually, it's modeled very specifically after the F4 Phantom. If you look at it hard, it's like, holy shit, that's an F4. And so is the internal cockpit. Yeah.
Or a Quinjet even. Almost looks like a Quinjet too. Like a more blocky Quinjet.
But if you know your F4 and you know your F4 cockpit, yeah.
I don't know my F4s or my cockpits.
Okay. Well.
I went and got pepperettes, and the dogs are like, "He's got pepperettes. We have to follow him."
So I'm going to have to remap myself. Where are we going?
Quadjack.
Yes. Plot routes. All right. There we go. Now, the Diamondback Explorer is pretty good. For a small ship, it's got a good jump range, like 15 light years, right? That's why you have to plot all these points. You can't just jump 100 light years. You can jump, and depending on how much weight you're carrying, that goes down, right?
Nano says the wings need upper swept ends. I disagree, because most of your flying is going to be outside of atmosphere, so the upper swept ends doesn't really.
I think he means compared to the F4 Phantom, but look at the overall. It's like this is very inspired by the F4. Even look at like the cockpit, right? It's very F4 Phantom-y. If you've ever played some of the other flight simulators like Ace Combat, where their accuracy to interiors is incredible, yeah, it's very much inspired by the F4.
He says, and the cockpit is kind of hind-like. I'm not sure what that means. Next 6 minutes.
It's another type of plane.
Oh, next 6 minutes says,
helicopter. It's a helicopter.
Oh, okay. Next 6 minutes says, I'd name my ship the SS R. Kelly.
So the first ship, everybody starts with a Sidewinder. My Sidewinder was the Bombastic Spastic. Then I picked up another one with a little bit more cargo space, It's called a hauler, and it was called Fire in the Hall. Then I had a Cobra. Again, more cargo space and faster. And I called that one. My Cobra was called This Charming Man. Right, Snake Charmer. Right,
Mm-hmm.
and this is Diamond. Yeah, the Diamondback Explorer is the Rattling Bones.
He says UT's also very MI-24 hind-like. Oh, nice planet.
It's a star,
Oh, it's a proto-star. It's like a brown dwarf or something.
something like that. Yeah, no atmosphere, can't scoop it. Yeah, you can tell when you look at the map. It'll tell you what class of star and the stars you're looking for with your fuel scoop. If you're like, oh no, I'm running out of fuel and I need to go to a star, right? The acronym you want is KGB foam. If you remember that, then you can pick a star nearby, hopefully, that you can scoop.
Nano says, I named my boat the MV Fancy 3 after Henry Avery's ship.
I'm not familiar.
Me neither. So, Mr. Twin,
Yes,
I hear
sir.
I hear a rumor you're not going to be around next weekend for ammunition. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, there is a wedding. I'm part of the wedding party, so
Good for
that's
you.
going to be. And I hear you might be doing a debate of some sort.
Apparently, there's someone that Pox knows that is going to take the alternate position to me on the given issue. So that should be interesting. So ammunition next week, folks, will be a special episode. That is a debate. Will be a debate.
It's an Irvingless episode. Yeah, and do you not know our old buddy Porpoise there?
I do not. No, I don't think I've met him.
I feel like you have at some point, but a long time ago.
Six says, "Hey Canada guys, guess where it's going to snow on Tuesday? Texas. It's been snowing. It's been snowing here like pretty regularly the last few days.
Oh, I've been getting the good old Canadian cardio, like twice, 3 times a week. It's terrible.
Cardio by what?
Good old Canadian cardio. Shoveling. I have to go shovel.
Oh yes, I like it. I like shoveling. Actually, it's a good.
Well, it's terrible when you just did your push day and you come back and there's all this wet slop on your driveway. You're like, oh fuck, I got to shovel now.
Oh, I told you I switched gyms. I'm now at LA Fitness.
Yeah, you told me too that you get like infinite guests or whatever.
Yeah, every time I come, I can bring a guest. I'm like, that's fucking beautiful. And the reason I join is because they have a pool, and the wife has expressed an interest in going for like aquafit classes and swimming and stuff like that. I'm like, perfect. Yeah. So if you want to come down my way. Now, here's the other thing. Mine is Canada wide, so I can go to any LA Fitness in Canada.
Ooh.
So if there's one near you, we could both go there.
I have no idea if there is, but I don't mind coming out to
sure
you.
There is one in Etobicoke.
Yeah, no, I don't mind a little drive. Like, what time do you usually go gym? You go evening usually, yeah?
Depends on my week. Next week I'm going to try and go early in the morning. I have Monday off, so I'll probably borrow the wife's car after I'm dropping my car off to get serviced and to get winter tires put on. I know it's kind of late to put them on, but what the hell? So I'll probably borrow her car to go in the morning and then come back in time to do the inauguration live stream if I end up doing it. I'm not sure if I will. I'm definitely going to watch the inauguration on Monday. And then Tuesday morning I've got a training session with my old buddy Chevy.
Nice.
I'm doing a 1-hour training session with him at his gym, which is Pure Muscle and Fitness. That's where what's his name? Jeff Nippard. He trains at a Pure Muscle and Fitness.
Really?
Yeah, every time I see his videos, he's at a Pure Muscle and Fitness. I don't
He
think
must
he's
have some sort of deal with them.
maybe. Yeah, I have a feeling the way it works is so basically Pure Muscle and Fitness is not one of these places where you have a year-long membership. You basically pay for individual access. So you can pay like $35 to get in, or you can buy 10 passes, or you can buy a 6 month, or you can even buy a year, but it's like crazy expensive, right? Um, I think it's a type of gym where basically bodybuilders come and trainers take their clients, and that's how they do it. So there's not a lot of like kids there. It's not going to be. It's going to be trainers and bodybuilders there. So that'll be fun.
Cool.
So I'm going there Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday is going to be a high of 33 Fahrenheit, which is just above zero. Is Nano in Texas as well?
I'm not sure now.
Next
Well, he owns
6
a boat, so he's near the coast.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
This is purposeful discussion getting hitched. I don't know who purposeful discussion is.
Porpoise, the guy you're going to debate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if he's getting hitched, if he's getting married. My gym cost about $90K in 2018 for a year. Wow, that's expensive. I am paying through LA Fitness. You might consider this if you're looking to change out of Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is jank. LA Fitness is $50 a month and unlimited guests, and you get nationwide access. So
Yeah, but I mean nationwide access. That doesn't
yeah.
that's cool if you travel.
Right. Well, no, I mean, like, so if you going somewhere, like, occasionally, okay. So, for instance, last year when I was with Movati, or a couple of years ago, I was with Movati. We were going to a wedding in Montreal,
Yeah.
and right near the hotel was a Movati Fitness, and because I have unlimited, what do you call it, nationwide access at my Movati, the morning of the wedding, I got up bright and early. I walked across the road, went to the Movati, and I did my workout. I was like, this is cool. So yeah, I appreciate that. Plus, there's two in Burlington, and one of them I think is better than the other. So I could go to the one that I signed up at. I could also go to the one that's over on, one highway exchange over. Nano says, "Oh, to build, my gym cost about $90K in 2018 to build." Okay. Nano says, "I live in a town in Texas that has about 5,000 people and about 300 plus shrimp boats." Oh, okay. So you're on the coast, but it's a tiny little town. Interesting. Nano, what do you think about Trump renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Technically, he's not wrong, because Mexico is part of America as well, right? North America, Canada, United States. Yeah, exactly. We're part of this is the Americas, where we are right now, or the Americas. So Trenton, what are you doing? Don't chew on that, you idiot. Leave that alone. That's not a toy. Get your paw off of it. You monkey. Just lie down and relax.
Never. I'll never relax.
The inertial dampeners were off. It took me a long time to get back to my cockpit here. I will have buy new charts. That's all, and I think it's a great troll. I don't know what you mean. You must be out by Beaumont, says 6 Minutes.
Don't tell everyone. Now they're all going to go there.
Don't dox the man.
Jumps remaining.
Jumping to turfing. You're jumping to turfing, it says.
Yeah. I can actually look at some of these, like if there's when I get there and just check the map and see if there's
You're like
any.
hyperspacing through a nebula. That's pretty cool. Whoa!
Oh, so there's a nav beacon. I think I just have to get. Oh, there we go. So there is some stuff here. The Aurora.
Is that a ship?
Yeah, it's like a giant space dock ship. I don't know if I'm allowed there.
Nano says he's south between Houston and Corpus. And 6 is like Victoria. You guys are going to narrow each other down. Closest major city is Steve Austin's hometown. I don't remember where Steve Austin's hometown was. The $6 million man.
Wrong, Steve Austin.
Oh. Victoria isn't on the coast. Okay. But is it upriver? Maybe it's on river near the coast.
63% heat.
How much heat can you take?
You can get pretty close to 100 before it starts to give you problems. The thing is, you have to be able to get away from the star quickly. So you kind of have to be measured in your approach. Like I'm taking my time here at about 65, scooping, circling the whole star. So I'm actually full. I filled my fuel tank on that one.
There you go.
And yeah, only 67% heat. Stars
now
pushing
it
behind
looks
us.
like you're far enough away from the star that you could probably jump to hyperspace if you wanted to.
The heat temperature will spike a bit. Let's see, at 63 if I hit it now. Oh, it's not spiking. That's pretty good. Still going down. Okay. I guess I just had a good angle on the star. But also my temperature wasn't going up a lot while I skirted it, so maybe it's a fairly cool star that had atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell just by the color. Like, I don't really know. Oh, that's a K-class star. You know, it's cooler and has plenty of. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure those technicals exist in the game. I just don't know. I just sort of watch my gauges, and so there's a lot of asteroid belts in this system.
Not that Steve Austin. He means the wrestler. Okay. He says, I live on one of the tiny shrimping towns on the South Texas coast, but small enough to not get spring breakers. Oh, cool. So it's all locals.
I don't know why I'm so focused on scooping the fuel. I just filled my tank. I'm good.
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. How many jumps still? 11 more jumps? But there's, yeah, you know. Haven't hit any really, I mean, we've hit some fun of those pink stars. Are they brown dwarfs? Are they just really small stars?
Looks like they're proto stars. Like they're big enough. Like Jupiter is kind of like is a failed brown dwarf. I don't think Jupiter qualifies as a brown dwarf. It's definitely
No.
a gas giant. But any bigger, and it would have been a brown dwarf, meaning it would have been generating enough heat that it wouldn't start combusting like a actual star, but you would get enough heat off of the actual thing that if you were a moon of the brown dwarf, or if you're a moon of Jupiter, let's say, the Jupiter might provide enough heat to, actually sustain life, kind of thing. If your moon was close enough, that is.
Saturn is so not dense that it would float in 3 feet of water.
That's right. If you had a bowl big enough, you could float Saturn in it.
Yeah. Just float in your pool. That's fucked up.
Next 6 minutes says, yeah, Padre gets pretty wild. I guess that's a city in Texas on the coast. He says, we do influx of sport red fishermen, though, but they are chill. Okay, so they get sport fishermen in it. I also love buying caught that day shrimp and grilling them up. So Irving also watches podcast of the Lotus Eaters. Yeah, I watch podcasts of Lotus Eaters.
Yeah,
But I knew that factoid about Saturn when I was like a kid.
yeah, I've always loved that shit. That's why this game is so wild to me. Like
That they've paid close attention to the physics of space.
Yeah, I mean, as much as is believable, like,
yeah,
you know, I'm not a flat earther or anything, but honestly, we don't know all that much about it.
I miss Corpus. Padre Island is next to Corpus Christi. Yeah, they're talking Texas geography now.
That's okay. I'm talking galactic geography. And what do I know about it? I just follow my GPS. You know what I never did? I never checked if there was anything cool here.
That's okay.
It's all right. We'll check the next one. It's got a name, so it might have stuff. It might be populated. Yeah, because some of them are unpopulated by humans. Now, apparently, there is like an alien element somewhere that can cause problems. I've never encountered it, but
yeah.
I just go space trucking. So,
podcast of Lotus Caesars is daily run podcast. 1.5 hours is just enough time for an 8-mile run with the dogs. Wow, man, you run 8 miles a day? That's fucked up.
Oh, check this out.
I couldn't run 8 miles a day. I could walk maybe 8 miles a day. That being said, I picked up a brochure of the Bruce Peninsula. Have you ever hiked the Bruce Peninsula at all, or any part of it at all?
Yeah.
Apparently, you can do the entire. Shut up. You can do the entire thing in 30 days if you do 30 kilometers a day. And I'm like, it might be one of those things I want to do when I have 30 days to kill, you know?
Yeah, you have a month.
And I can take it, yeah, you know, as I get closer to retirement, I could take a month off. I could go, because there's areas you can camp along the Bruce Trail. So, yeah, I might do that. Why are you growling at me?
Play!
She brings me the toy, and then she drops it on the floor like I'm going to pick it up, put it on my lap, and I'll throw it. Go get it. There you go, you monkey. Crazy dog. That looks like a cool planet. Go to that one. That looks like it's got shit on it. Looks like it's like there's people who probably live there or animals or something.
Hold on. I don't know how much like. Technically, if there's a planet and it has like a surface, you can land on it, but it's gonna be weird, man. Because
why would it be weird? It looks like Earth almost.
Yeah, but I don't think it's actually inhabited. Like there's no.
There might be something cool there that you can discover a new species or some shit.
I don't even know. I'm gonna see if I can gently get into the atmosphere here.
Can you scan it and find out what it's like, surface temperatures like, and that sort of stuff?
Probably, but I forget how because I don't typically do that stuff. I just know all my space trucking controls. But I mean, okay, instead of trying to get into it, how about I just give us a better look? Yeah, it looks like it's got like an ice cap and stuff, right? Let's just
watch your teeth.
Scoot up here.
Next 6 minutes says Ed Belfour would make a great PM. He's crazy AF. I don't know who Ed Belfour is. Oh, I know who Ed Belfour is.
Goal.
Quarter gas?
Or does he mean the goalie?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's a goalie.
Eddie Belfour?
Oh, maybe. Why are you so violent? Why are you so angry all the time? Wow, that's a really cool plant. Shut up.
Yeah, it's not bad. Is that somebody trying to land on it? That diamond shape there.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think he landed on it. Good for him. That's brave.
Give it to me. Give it
I'm
to
actually
me.
not going to. I'm just going to go back to the space dock.
Hey, no, leave it. Leave it. This dog is so poorly behaved, man. Go get it.
Crash off dock. I just wanted to stop, see, maybe we can check out the shipyard, look at some ships before we move on. You know.
Maybe you get to buy your favorite ship.
No, it's like 37 million credits.
Maybe someone will give it to you.
No, I doubt that's a thing that'll ever happen.
You don't know.
So we're about 20,000 kilometers in closing. Doubt that's a thing that'll.
Lena bought these dog toys. They're supposed to be indestructible, and she normally tears through them in like no time. This one's actually lasted quite a while. She hasn't even broken into it yet.
Nice.
Go get it.
So
Oh, this has so much energy. That's just a cool looking spaceship, base station. I mean.
Oh yeah. So let's.
It kind of looks like a derelict space station from No Man's Sky.
So
at least your dogs don't weigh 95 pounds each and have more energy than a 5-year-old. Yeah, my dogs are little guys. They like weigh 20, 25 pounds each. And Trinity is just she's never going to lose her puppy. I know it. Like she's puppy forever. She just constantly wants to play, which is okay.
Oh, yeah,
fine. But she's also makes her very difficult to train because she's a reactive dog. She reacts to everything. Like she hears a noise outside, she goes in a barking frenzy for like a minute and a half. I'm like, come on, it's just somebody shoveling their driveway, dog. Why are you being an idiot?
Yeah, imagine this dock is rotating too. So if you're manually trying to land this, you have to rotate with it.
Yeah, that's
while
crazy.
It's rotating under you. It is pretty fucked up. So
you gonna check and see what's available here?
Yeah, just refuel first. Go to the starport services.
Welcome to Treshoff Dock.
They do have a shipyard, so we can take a look.
And you have no stored ships there.
This is my list of owned ships. Yeah, the
Rattle plastic. Oh, that's your ship. Okay.
Yeah.
That blue one looks like the Battlestar Galactica kind of ship. No, it looks like a snow speeder. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit, but in blue. Yeah. Like Cobra Mark III, this charming man. And I never changed the thing on this. So if you notice my tail numbers,
yeah,
T1S-M3,
TISM, like autism.
Yeah, T1S-M1.
I'm near the joy. Give me that.
TISM-1, TISM-3, TISM-4. Okay, so let's purchase ships. So we can actually get the details.
Oh, you got a DeLacy Sidewinder.
So the DeLacy brand names all their ships after snakes. There's an eagle. This is the hauler that I purchased. It's okay. It's decent. Its hull is really not tough though. Yeah, hard to scoop stars without melting. Some of these are more built for like fighters, like a Viper Mark III is a very fighter type ship. Cobra's decent for fighting. Diamondback Scout can do it, but Type 6 transporter. So this is something that I
got a lot more space on it.
Oh yeah, and it's one of the ones I flew the first time that I was playing through it, and yeah, very very fun. You know, it's like
Well, you have
driving a
enough to buy
cat.
that one. You have
What's
enough
that?
to buy it. You have enough to buy that one.
I do. But the thing is, do you see in this middle bit that's probably hard to see around here?
Yeah,
FSD range
yeah.
is only 10 light years.
Well, that's terrible.
Where, yeah, in the Diamondback Explorer I'm flying now is like 15.
Yeah,
Oh, a dolphin. Okay.
that's pretty cool looking ship.
Yeah, so this is a fancy ass passenger cabin thing where you're supposed to use it typically for like, yeah, it has 5 economy class passenger,
So
5
you
classified
use it
economy.
for basically carting people around like a limo service.
Yeah, it's like tourism, right? Like you're
Right, right.
taking them on a cruise. Uh,
It's kind of cool.
yeah, I very rarely see them actually available for sale. It is a cool looking ship though. It does look nice.
Now, is there stories associated with some of your jobs? So, for instance, you take some passengers on from one star system to another. Could you get embroiled in whatever conflict they've got going on?
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know though,
it's
because I've
not like
only
a
ever
voice acted thing where the guy says, my daughter's been kidnapped by pirates, and I'm going to such and such system to get some money so I can pay them off. But if you could take care of those pirates for me, I'd really appreciate it.
well, that would be like a combat mission. If you're doing passenger hauling, it would be like, this is a fancy man who may be, involved with the mob, and then someone tries to come after your ship to kidnap him or something.
Right, right,
And
right.
you gotta that seems like, something
And
that's a thing.
it's not a voice game where you're going to interact with NPCs and they're gonna actually talk to you. You're just going to read text, right?
Yeah, like I'm no, they talk sometimes, but yeah. So yeah, see Diamondback Explorer here.
That's kind of what you got, right?
This is exactly what I've got, but I've upgraded mine with a little more cargo room. So that's why it says the jump range is better on this one, because I've added some weight, right? But 15 light years per jump.
Right.
What else is available? An Asp Scout.
You already have that ship.
No, I don't, but it's very
Oh,
similar.
the one that looks like a snow speeder. That's not the same one.
No, but it's from the same maker, so yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
different. Yeah.
You-
Now these
You're
are unavailable here.
Nano says you're a hauling Pokimane if you're flying a dolphin. He says it's space Uber. On the bright side, Craig, there's less Spanish in my next novella. LOL. Thanks, Six.
Yeah, Viper's a combat ship. Keelback, I've flown one of these too. It's nice. It again doesn't have a huge jump range because it's very cargo heavy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The Vulture, I think that's combat. Asp Explorer, decent jump range. And yeah, like it's one of those ones that you can't just take any. I mean, theoretically you could, but it's harder with certain ships to do that long trip, that long exploration into deep space, right?
Yeah.
You need to have some room
You think an
for.
Explorer would have good range because you're taking it to like different planets and shit, right?
Yes, and you see on this side here, oops, this optional internal thing,
Oh,
it has
okay.
a lot of big spaces for your extras, right? To make sure that you can take your repair drones, your fuel scoop, your like,
Oh, got it, got it.
which is stuff, yeah, you're gonna want if you find yourself in completely uninhabited space with no humans for thousands of light years, right?
Right,
Nowhere to refuel and nowhere to repair your ship. You're gonna need
right.
this stuff. Federal dropship.
That's kind
You
of
need
cool.
to, yeah, it's a neat ship. You do need it, you can, depending on what missions you're running, improve your reputation with the different factions. So the ones who are the Fed, you need to be part of the Federal Navy and get a rank to buy this ship. Type 7 transporter. It's just a fucking like a 52-foot trailer. Alliance Chieftain. This looks
That's
like,
pretty
yeah,
cool looking.
yeah. Well, this is like a combat ship, right?
Yeah, yeah. But look,
And
cool.
just judging by the size of the internals, yes, you could probably put a what's it called, like a fighter bay,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagine it has enough crew space for like your co-pilot, first mate thing, and your turret gunner and shit.
Yeah.
Federal assault ship. For some reason, you don't need to rank for this one, or do you? But it's just not available. The Alliance Crusader, I think that's just a bigger version of the Chieftain. Uh, Alliance Challenger, again, seems to be all the same. Like the way Nissan, all their the Xterra, the Frontier, and something else were all the same
Yeah.
frame. Federal gunship.
Six is saying goodnight. Good night, Six. Have a good one, man.
Good night, bro. Crate Phantom.
That's a cool looking ship.
Yeah.
It's also 37,000 credits. 37 million credits.
Million.
That's what I meant.
Now this is my
That's
girl.
what you want. You want that sucker, right?
A Type 8 transporter. Look at that. Like a Class 7 slot. It's just huge. This ship is, it should be enormous, but it's still designed for medium-sized landing pads. So it's wild that you could fit some of this shit in here.
It's got good range too. 17 million range. 17
Yes, that is,
range, I should say.
which is incredible. That's why I looked at it and went, "Oh my god! Just look how cool this ship is." First off, can I turn that off? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fucking, yeah. It makes me think of the loader from Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that cool color scheme. And I'm pretty sure the cockpit is actually hanging underneath in the center.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
I mean, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, sure. But like, okay, so what happens when, somebody shoots out your landing gear when you're trying to land? You fucking landing on yourself.
Well, no, you keep your, you don't put out your landing gear mid-combat. Come on.
No, but they could shoot out the mechanism when it's still inside, right?
But yeah, that's
it's like Bragg built a spaceship for construction. Yeah. And he also said the Crusader looks like the Halo dropship.
Oh, does it? Yeah. I'm not super familiar with Halo, but yeah,
Stop barking at me.
Yeah, I'm definitely. This is the ship I'm working towards, and yeah, it has room for a fighter bay and multi crew. I'm pretty sure. Like, just look at it. A turret belongs on this somewhere, like a rear facing turret. Like, yeah.
No, like a turret's on either side, like a little gun.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that little round bubble towards the back there.
Yeah.
Turret get right like there. A 360 up and down. So what else?
Where's the Thunderhawk gunship? Says Nano.
Wow, this ship is big enough that it can have its own fighter bay, and it basically is.
Cool. That's a good looking ship too.
Yeah.
You can't buy it. It's too expensive.
No, yeah. Yeah, we're going up in cost here, but I just wanted to, go through them, show you boys what you're in for. So this is the bigger version of the Dolphin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
looks like a sleek yacht.
Yeah, it's the passenger crew, right? Like, decent jump range for its size. It maneuvers like shit, though. So that's terrible.
Would you shut the fuck up? You guys hear that, right? Oh, that's cool.
Zorgon Peterson's Fair to Life. Combat.
Good looking ship too. Yeah, I like that. It's very Buck Rogers looking. Look what you did. You tore it apart.
Maneuverability is decent for a ship that size. Oh, you're going to love this one, Craig.
Will I?
Oh, yeah. Come on, show us stuff.
Mom, but that does look cool.
Yeah.
Stop stealing it. You want me to play with it? You can't grab it when I go to grab it.
Based on an unreleased racing prototype, the Mamba is one of the fastest ships in production. Yeah, that's cool. Maneuverability is not great for what you'd expect as like a.
It's an escape velocity type of.
Yeah.
Oh no, pirates! Let me get the hell out of here.
Well, no, I was thinking more like the MiG-31, right? From like back in the 80s when it was like F-18 versus MiG, right? That the MiG's major advantage was its speed. So they just come screeching in, straight line, fire off shots, and then disappear before you can turn around. And then the next thing you know, they're coming at you again, right?
But where's the Thunderhawk gunship?
Well, this is the Python. In my first playthrough, I did work up to this ship at some point.
That's cool looking.
It is neat. It is neat. It's a big old fucking ship. And yeah, it has room for a fighter bay. Maneuverability is terrible, and its jump range is terrible. But when I was space trucking, like there's a lot of room in there for extra space, extra inventory,
right?
To do big missions. So I was doing I was doing short jumps then.
Yep.
Big haul short jumps. Now I'm doing small haul long jumps. Python Mark II. This one's more built for combat. Come on, show us the picture already. There, yeah.
Oh, pretty cool. That ship looks villainous. Stop it!
It looks like a crocodile.
Looks like a bad guy ship.
It looks like a crocodile's head with crocodile ridges coming up the back.
If I were a bad guy, that's the ship I'd fly.
Much better maneuverability than the. Oh my god! And look at the fucking huge jump range on it. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Looks like you only have a few slots of optional internal though.
Yeah, but it does have a bunch of utility mounts, which I imagine is for weapons.
It's also got a shield generator, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, everything comes with a shield generator. It just depends on how much shield you want to use. Like, I mean, if you're for combat, you definitely want your big slot in the optional for your heavier shield, right?
Right.
Because it's the bigger your ship, the bigger a slot you need to cover the whole ship.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to be in that kind of combat, it needs to be powered, right? So, and what else? Type 9 heavy.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just a tank with cargo space.
Yeah.
But multi-crew, you can have 3 seats in the cockpit. And a fighter bay.
Pox has finished the ground mission.
Oh yeah, that was fucking hell. I hated it. I hated every second.
Shooting is solid. So when you mean shooting is solid, you mean like handgun shooting or ship shooting?
First person shooter. Yeah. When you start, because you guys got the Odyssey upgrade, the first thing they do is take you through the first person shooter version. Let's see. The Beluga liner.
That's pretty cool.
Come on now.
Actually, I don't like that one. I like the other one now. Yeah, it's too. I don't. You know what? I like the other one in the Saud Kruger line better. This one looks nice and big. It looks like it's probably got tons of space. But aesthetically speaking, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I like it.
It comes equipped stock with business class passenger cabins. Though.
Ooh,
yeah.
You make lots of money.
Just not this economy class bullshit.
Just from carting people around.
Mm-hmm. Type 10 Defender. Again, another tank with cargo space. Ooh, that's so dark.
Yeah, I'm not loving the color scheme, but it looks like the lines are pretty cool.
So you can buy arcs to change the color scheme.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. And terrible jump range, under 6 light years, and maneuverability doesn't even tick up on the meter. Oh, that's gross. But yeah, it's got a Class 8 internal slot. I don't even know. I didn't even know they did Class 8 stuff. And the Anaconda. This is like the ship that people want.
Okay,
Again,
that's pretty cool. Again, I don't like how dark it is, but it's cool.
yeah. But again, 3 seats, fighter bay compatible. You could probably put 2 fighter bays in it. It's that big.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking enormous. Maneuverability is shit, but the jump range is pretty fucking big. Yeah, there's 2 Class 6 slots. One of them is used for cargo to start, but I'm pretty sure Class 6 is what you need for a fighter bay.
Hmm.
So you could put 2 fighters in there.
Interesting.
And I think that is, oh no, the Federal Corvette. Holy shit. Even bigger.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
See, that looks like a Star Wars ship.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is, and remember, these are like frigate sized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
They're not like Star Destroyer size.
not quite.
How many meters is that one?
Does it say how long it is?
Yeah, 167 meters. 168 meters long.
Oh, is that 198?
No, 167.8 meters long.
Where do you see that?
On the drawing on the left,
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
and then 87 meters wide, and then 28 meters high. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking luge. Yeah, with 2 Class 7 slots, one used for cargo.
Very cool.
That is, in fact, the largest ship. So, but
So it's
yeah,
just shy of 500 feet long. Yeah, yeah.
But the Type 8,
99 meters long.
yeah, terrible maneuverability. But look at that jump range.
99 meters. So that's like a football field, because that's 100 yards, right? 99 meters is almost 100 yards.
It's a dash. Usain Bolt could run the length of it in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
But look at how fucking sexy that ship is.
See, now to me that doesn't look sexy. It looks cool, but sexy, I wouldn't call that sexy. I'd call that like cool utility vehicle. But
Yeah,
like the Dolphin and the was it the Beluga?
Oh, you didn't like the Beluga? It's the Orca. Is the one I
Orca.
think.
The Dolphin and the Orca look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't know.
It's like
probably because I like yachts. Probably because I'm a big yacht nerd. I like yachts. So
yeah, it's part bullet, part yacht. You know.
Matter of fact, I could see yachts of the future looking like that.
But alas, I have no money.
But you have a job, so get that cargo where it needs to go, pal.
That's right. That's what we're gonna do. We're all stocked up for fuel. We have no damage to the ship, so we're just gonna let it auto launch us. Get us the fuck out of here. See, now this is the problem, right? At this point, you would have to manually get out of here as fast as you can, Pox, to not be scanned. Because if they scan you with your illegal pirate cargo or your illegal, smuggling cargo, and yeah, you'd have the space cops on your ass.
Couldn't they scan you as soon as you say, "Hey, I want to dock here"?
No, it's in and out. They scan you.
Oh, they scan you. Okay.
Right. But if you move fast enough, you can get in before it starts the scan.
Okay, you know where you're going?
Well, right now, you see on the bottom right, there's that little blue light lit up there.
Yeah.
That's mass lock. So I'm too close to something, it'll stop me from jumping. So
Got
I
it.
actually just have to like cruise out till I'm far enough away that it's no longer interfering. There, mass lock is off. I can jump to super cruise. Just gonna take a while to charge here.
Pox says the mighty tighty whitey don't scare, bitch. And Nano says yachts today, Craig Bragg, have gotten into a design phase that I don't like. I like the pre WW2 designs that have classic lines. I get you. I just there's a YouTube channel I watch called Naughty Styles, and yeah, Naughty Styles, where it's a couple, and they've just purchased a like a big ass live aboard yacht, and they do tours of your live aboard yachts at like different boat shows, and if they see something that's for sale in a certain marina, they'll go and do a tour of it. And I look at these things, I'm like, man, they look so elegant. You know what I mean? Some of them look nicer than others, but yeah, I don't know. The idea of living aboard a yacht and like anchoring it offshore somewhere, you know, in the Caribbean or something like that, and just like living on it for a month, that just sounds really appealing to me. If you get
Yeah,
PK'd, is the ship destroyed?
what's that?
If you get PK'd, is the ship destroyed? I don't know what PK'd means.
Oh, player killed? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like if you had cargo on there, the cargo's gone. And you can't replace it. Like it's unique cargo when you do a mission.
Right.
Unless you're doing a certain kind of mission. Like there are space truck missions where they say source and return.
Yeah.
So you can just go and buy on their open market and bring it back. And that's not unique. You can just go get it anywhere, right? But when they say take these 24 units of silver to Wajuk or wherever the fuck I'm going, those are unique. And
Yeah.
if I lose them, they're gone. The mission is over. And if I lose them, they're going to find me almost 1 million credits.
Now, if you were like outside your ship, say wandering around on a planet,
Yeah,
and something killed you there, would you lose your ship,
I don't know.
or would you spawn back on planet in your ship, or would you spawn near your ship?
Well, I don't. I honestly don't know. I have not played much of that, nor have I looked into it really.
Nana says, "Yeah, we know why you watch that channel. She's the only woman that can pull off the Karen haircut." No, you know what? I mean, she's not super attractive. She's cute. She's in good shape for a woman her age. But no, I watch it because I like seeing these ships, and she's funny. They both have charisma. Their husband and wife. My wife sent me a message.
Everything cool?
Yeah, she's just when I came up here, she continued doing some tidying up. So she's just telling me how far she got. So I'm gonna get everything she didn't get done when I'm finished with you.
When you're finished with me,
Yeah, when we're done the stream, I mean you can play all night, but I'm probably gonna have to call it right at 2 hours.
oh yeah, okay. How long have we been going?
We're at 143 right now.
And I haven't finished one mission. Now we were jerking around, and I was showing the map, and we stopped to look at some.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean, to make 800,000 credits in a couple hours is not a bad score.
Nano says she is bubbly. Yeah, she's a very bubbly individual. He says, no, they're great people in real life. I met them at the Miami Boat Show last year. Cool. Yeah, I haven't convinced the wife yet to get a yacht. First off, I don't know the first thing about piloting a yacht, piloting a boat. It's not sailing unless it's a sailboat.
Oh.
So yeah, I would need to learn how to do it. I know it's probably not that difficult to do, but then it's also convincing her that to stay on board a ship for extended periods. We have 2 dogs we'd have to bring on board too, so it'd have to be a big enough live aboard yacht.
Oh, the best part though is they can just shit on deck and you throw it over the side.
True, and the fish will just eat it all up. But neither one of them like to swim, so I wouldn't have to worry about them jumping in the water.
Just get them little life vests. Like my brother-in-law and sister's dog, he's like a smart boy, and they go to the cottage all the time. And the thing is, he'll swim. He loves swimming. He loves going in the water. But he's learned he won't go in the boat until you put on his life jacket.
Oh, that's good, because he's not meant
like,
to
no.
swimming.
Like he swims like a monster, and he's
He's not meant to swim from the boat. He's meant to swim from the dock or swim from the beach, right? Yeah.
Yep. The boat needs a life jacket.
Yep. He sees you got one on, so he's like, I gotta get one on too. That's cute. I trained my dogs to shit off the transom. Nice. I would need my master's papers to pilot a boat, or pilot a yacht. Motor vehicle, or MV equals motor vessel, SV equals sailing vessel. I would love to I'd love to sail around the world, not necessarily with a sailboat, but go cross the Atlantic in a ocean worthy boat. That would be so much fun.
I'm fucking terrified of the ocean. I think sailing would be cool, but I'm just terrified that I'd get caught in the perfect storm and die, and I don't want to drown in the middle of the ocean.
That's it, right? You gotta know what you're going to encounter. What was I going to say? Have you ever been on a cruise?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't go on a cruise ship?
Nope.
It's quite nice going on cruises.
No, thanks.
MY motor yacht, SY sailing yacht. Yeah, I would get an MY, an ocean worthy MY, like a deep ocean worthy one.
Guys, this is it. We made it.
Oh, you made it to Wadjuk.
Yeah.
Wadjuk.
We made it to the Polish system, yes.
Wadjuk, the Polish star.
It's Vijek.
Cruises are the worst. They're like housing projects that float. Yeah, they're not some are better than others. The wife and I went on one for our honeymoon. We went on a Carnival cruise. It was an okay time. I would have preferred more destinations, like fewer days at sea and more destinations. The problem with cruising when days at sea is there's nowhere to go, and if the ship's not big enough, the pool deck just fills up immediately. So you got nowhere to go. You can hang out in the casino, but the casino we were on was like really tiny. It was just a couple of machines and that, right? So, and I mean, I think it appeals to certain types of people because it's just constant fucking food. They've got buffets all over the place. You sit down to dinner, you get a shrimp cocktail and like a New York strip loin or some sort of catch of the day or whatever. And you say, that was really good. Can I get another one? And they just bring you another one. Like you could have fucking 5 dinners if you wanted. They would just keep feeding you. I've actually ended towing a Carnival cruise ship that broke down. Yeah, Carnival's cruise ships are not in the best repair. We were on the Carnival, I think it was the Sensation, or was it Splendor of the Seas? I can't remember. It wasn't one of their newer ships, but it was what we could afford. Like we were just starting out, right? So Carnival is better than super budget cruises. Yeah, I know there's even worse ones. I was looking at Viking River cruises. The one that old people go on.
Yeah.
Like ocean vessels.
Can't you tour Europe though?
You can go along the Danube. You go to like 6-7 cities, but they also have one that goes up the Mississippi. You can take a Mississippi River. I'm like, that would be cool, except for you'd probably be passing along some stuff that isn't quite so picturesque along the Mississippi. So, but yeah, I was talking to the wife about maybe doing one of those. It's a much more like relaxed kind of atmosphere. It's not a very party. They're not like party boats, those river cruises. But anyway,
Mm,
avoid the Egyptian dive boats. Okay, we'll do. Um, but yeah, we might do a river cruise at some point. It's just, it's money. It comes down to money and time. So you got to go to Baudry Hub to give them the silver.
that's correct.
Interesting.
And you've got to adjust your flight because that ship, that line is no bullshit. That space station is orbiting this planet.
Yeah.
So it's moving, and you've got to sort of like keep lining yourself up to it, right? Make
You
your
can't
little.
lock. You can't lock on with your navigation computer.
So there is Super Cruise Assist, but I don't do that because I can fly myself.
Fair enough.
I just
But
like to be prepared for
and
when
now
the
you got to tell them, hey, can I dock, please?
That's right.
Request docking. There we go. Docking request manager. Wow, it takes no time. How do they know you're not a bad guy?
Because I have their silver.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
so it's the actual place that wants the silver. It's not like a buyer in this place.
it could be a buyer.
How come you're missing it? You're missing it.
No. It's auto dock. It's fine.
Oh, it's auto docking. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
It just I was checking my messages because it said there was an update for the mission, but
Oh, probably that they know you're en route or they know you're in the system or whatever. Going too fast, you're gonna crash.
no. I trust my auto dock computer. Actually, there was a glitch when I first bought the game where if you came in at the wrong angle with your auto dock, it would start smashing you against the side of the whole fucking space station. It was really hilarious.
Nano says it would be really cool if the Mississippi River cruises were an old school, old stern paddle wheeler. I know they've got like those things running, but they're like I think they just run short distances.
So
I always like the look of the midship paddle wheels where there's one on either side. I always thought those looked really cool.
and let's take my cash. Trade
Cha-ching!
rank promoted.
Deliver 24 units of silver. The Wajik Corp. Najanto Purple Transport interplanetary, intergalactic,
Maybe I don't know.
interplanetary, or interstellar. INT is probably interstellar. Midship do better for open water. Oh, good to know. There you go. I'm a huge boat nerd. Cool. Yeah, I wish I was more informed on boats. I like them. I think they're cool, but I don't know a lot about them. What am I a big nerd about? I would guess I'm a big gaming nerd. I like D&D and shit.
Yeah, I like space trucking.
Yes, you do.
I realized that took almost 2 hours, but I was taking my sweet ass time and stuff.
Yeah, you were. We stopped and went ship shopping for a while.
Oh yeah, and there's like you can do salvage operations, go collect
Yeah,
stuff.
157,000 credits, and all you have to do is go to Coyers, which is 19 light years away, and just pick up stuff that's floating in space.
Literally, yeah, you have to open your cargo scoop and fly towards it.
Do you have a cargo scoop?
Yep.
Cool.
Um,
It's only 20 light years away.
yeah, it's not really my thing.
Courier, there was an 87. Oh, that's a million credits for mining.
Yeah, mine 3,200 units of water.
Is there a planet where you can go get that, or do you have to go like ice?
No,
Get
yeah, no, you've got to go to like an icy asteroid, mine water, and bring it back. So, like, I mean, with my tiny ship, with my 36 unit capacity, that's 100 trips. And like when you take a mission, you are on a timer. Now the timer is 24 hours, real
Right.
hours, right?
Oh, okay. So you don't accept something and then say, "All right, I'm going to log off," and then come back tomorrow at midnight, kind of thing. There's no,
Exactly.
yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you. My work
Uh,
boat is a survey marine salvage vessel that is 101.5 meters in length with ROVs and towed bottom scan sonar array. That's cool. What have you found? Have you ever found anything cool like sunken treasure and shit? Or is it literally just like salvage operations for things that have like sunk recently? Have you ever found Spanish galleons and like found all their gold coins and shit?
and then have Israel demand you give it back to them.
A few wrecks from WW2. That's pretty cool. I wish. Yeah. Oh,
6 units of personal weapons, 55 light years. Yeah,
130,000, 39,000. That's pretty good.
it's decent for a fairly short jump. And that's see something else you got to look at real quick is you got to check the actual destination
Yeah.
39 light seconds from the star because you
Right.
jump to the star, right? So that's not far. Every once in a while, I never checked this before, and then I looked. I was like, why is it telling me, even though I'm at like 500 times, like 500 C in Super Cruise, that it's going to be an hour and a half to get there because it's 500,000 light seconds from the star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god. So there's a place called Hutton Orbital. I can't remember which star it's around, but yes, it is one of those things that hardcore players of the game will eventually. You have to go to Hutton Orbital, and Hutton Orbital is a place where people will take the time to fly out there and wait for you, and then shoot you down.
Oh man, that's brutal.
You just wasted your hour and a half. Like, yeah, like it's terrible.
That sounds terrible.
Griefers, you know.
Deliver 6 units of personal weapons to Wilder Station in the HIP 67058 state system.
Yep.
This cargo is unique to the mission and cannot be replaced if lost. You will receive your reward upon delivery. All right.
And the fine isn't terrible, but I'm not going to lose it. Don't worry.
You might not lose it. What if you get attacked?
While I am at the helm, the rattle and bones cannot be interdicted. Uh,
Anna wants to find a university to pay for a Black Sea expedition. That'd be pretty cool. Sure, there's lots of shit to find there.
uh, oh yeah, something else. Just guys, when you're starting, always check the galaxy map when you're taking a mission, and check the star. Come on, pop up. Okay, so it would say here in a big thing, permit required. If there was a permit required.
Oh, you couldn't enter the system without a permit?
That's right. So you might accidentally accept a mission and then not be able to actually go to that star system. So then you'd be around trying to earn the permit.
Oh, you got to earn the permits. You got to do a bunch of little jobs somewhere.
Yeah, and get that faction to give you a permit. So it's funny. You think because you're human, you're allowed to go to the human homeworld, right? No, you can't go to Sol. You need a permit to get in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You need old money to go to Sol because that's where all the
Yeah.
old money is.
And it's there. You can go there. You can literally go to Earth. But I don't care. Oh, okay, yeah. So Star Class M, it's a red dwarf. Yeah. That's interesting. What about this one? Star Class K, yellow orange. So yeah, KGB foam. If you remember that, those stars are all scoopable.
Cool.
But
So
yeah, we're
where do you have to go to? 6940 or
67058. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, always check your.
See if you need a permit to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have permits for the different systems already, or no?
I have no permits right now, so
No.
that's why I have to check. Right, the permitted systems I can't enter, and
Yeah.
I'm not really like, oh, I should get a permit. It's like, no, there's plenty of space trucking jobs without a permit, and if I earn a permit on the way, then I'll have a permit.
So can you just like you do enough jobs, you'll randomly earn a permit by going to different systems? Is that the idea, or?
Yeah, different factions as you are delivering their stuff and bringing stuff to them. They're like, oh, good, thank you. You're a reliable trucker.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
They're mostly not.
Says, we're talking about ocean stuff. The Black
Yeah.
Sea, after 100 meters, the water has no O2 dissolved in the water, so nothing lives below 100 meters. So wrecks don't decay. That's interesting. So they don't even oxidize, so they don't even rust or nothing. That's awesome.
Neat. Yeah, it would be sheer like water force erosion, which would take a lot longer. Yeah, if it's not
because
oxidizing.
really moving, right? At those depths.
Yeah, that could keep things preserved for a couple thousand years.
Mm-hmm. Pox got his sidewinder.
Nice. What'd you name it?
Called it the Mighty Tighty Whitey, and it's smuggling plums.
Well, you can't call them all the SS Mighty Tighty Whitey. I mean, you could theoretically, but that's
his first ship. That's his first ship. What pays the bill, Craig Bragg, is mostly underwater pipeline mapping and laying, boring stuff. But when you are burning 16,000 of diesel a day, you need to pay the bills. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Boxy Brown, that's what he called it, Boxy Brown. Well, sir, I'm looking at 2 hours. I imagine you want to keep playing because it looks like you're having fun. But I'm gonna jump out.
Let me hop out of the game here. I can't do that for some reason.
You don't have to do that.
I can't get my mouse over the screen.
I bet you Pox would love to play with you.
Aha! I mean, yeah, we probably can at some point. Right now, though, I'm hundreds of light years away. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me the name of the star system, actually, I'll send him the link to this after we end it, so he could hop in here maybe.
Yeah,
and then we can chat. And
well, you went on 100 some odd light years just to make that delivery, right? So yeah, you're obviously far away.
Thing is, I'm not going in a straight line. You know what I mean? Like I'm going up and down and back and forth.
Yeah,
and, you know, you got full 3-dimensional movement, so I have no idea where I am. Like
right.
I sort of see the little stickers on the stars that say, "Oh, look, there's a cluster of stuff there," and I'm pretty sure that's where he is. But yeah, okay. So thanks for space trucking with us.
No problem. It's happy to be your first mate.
Yeah, I love this game. It's fucking stupid. Stupid how much I enjoy this.
Yeah, it looks like fun. Looks like you're enjoying it. Have fun at your wedding next weekend. And folks, remember next weekend, Saturday, 10 p.m., a very special edition of the Ammunition live stream where I'll be debating someone.
Links in the description.
Yep. Twin likes to link my channel there, which I appreciate. I'll be debating someone called Porpoise.
Porpoiseful discussion. Yeah, just porpoise.
Porpoiseful discussion or porpoise. And we're going to talk about something that I don't know if I should divulge yet, but it's a contentious issue regarding a law that was recently put forward in the United States. So you all can join us then. But for now, I'm going to sign off and say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're cutting off too?
I'm going to end the stream.
Oh, you are? I thought you keep on playing. Okay.
No. I'll just leave the StreamYard open and invite him in.
All right. Sounds good.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Fly safe. Hail Sigmar.